Just think of it. There's so many choices. Hey, I'm Tanishkia. If you are a new viewer, welcome. I post videos relating to academics, faith, and educational content, whatever that may be. It just always is something that is helpful and educational and insightful to you. So, if any of that interests you, please consider subscribing. We're going to be talking about time management, specifically relating to your studies. So, time management, we all know it's basically how you manage your time. And this is a really valuable but difficult skill to develop because it's hard. There's so many distractions, there's so many things to do. We simply sometimes feel like there's simply not enough time in a day. But guess what? There's 24 hours. It is enough. You just need to be better at managing and planning out your time. Okay, I want to bring 3 things that are important for better managing your time. The first one is a schedule. Secondly, it is goals, daily goals. And then thirdly, it is prioritizing. Okay, firstly, a schedule. We all know what a schedule is. It's just, I like to think of it as kind of like a to-do list, right? And it's kind of like you setting out certain things to do and writing it down. I like to write things down. It helps me to see what I need to do and kind of, what does this mean? To kind of like reflect on what I need to do and kind of like for it to click in my mind. You know, I need to see it first. So I would highly recommend you write down a schedule. But before you can even write down a schedule, you need daily goals. I like to think of these as just small little goals that you set for yourself to carry out in your day. And let's make an example. So let's say after school you decide, okay, I want to get in some exercise. So you plan to exercise for about 30 minutes and you want to do homework from 3 subjects, let's say mathematics, Afrikaans, and English. Okay, and this is basically what you want to get done. And I would consider these as your daily goals, or let's say after school goals rather, okay, for the day. And so you basically, what I would do, I would jot it down and I'd be like, okay. And then the second step is always to figure out how much time you're going to allocate to actually doing the homework. And this is where you need to really plan strategically because there are going to be distractions. So you kind of need to take account of the distractions, or rather of the other things that you also need to do that might get in the way of you actually doing your homework. For example, the first thing I can think about is dinner, okay? And if you need to shower in the evening, that is something that's going to take from your time. And maybe you have some family time. So you need to kind of work with it and kind of then plan your time spent doing your homework surrounding these things that you might also do. So if you're gonna be like, okay, from this time to that time, I'm going to work on mathematics first because I need to first finish it now, and then I'll have dinner immediately after I'm done with math. And then after dinner, I'll take a shower, and then after showering, then I'll get into Afrikaans and English, and I would maybe spend about an hour on them both or individually, depending on the type of work that you have to do and get done. And that is kind of how you want to plan your day. And it's important to take account of distractions. It's easy to just write a schedule and then at the end of the day you don't actually achieve what you want to because you then did not actually take account of other distractions or things that you also need to do. So therefore it's always important to take that into consideration as well when you want to actually set up a schedule. Before I go on to the next one, I just want to take a moment and say, if this has been helpful and you like what you're hearing, like, subscribe. I mean, it costs nothing and I'd really appreciate it. So I'm gonna give you like 2 seconds to do that. Okay, hope you did. Thank you. And while you're at it, maybe add a like as well. that would be great. But yeah, so moving on. This is so important because it is important. I think it's very important to know what you are doing, which links to obviously you setting those daily goals. Because if you don't know what you are going to do or what you want to do, you're not going to be able to do what you have to do because you don't know what you want to do. Okay? So, a good way to know what you need to do is by prioritizing. Prioritizing is important, and what that is basically you saying, okay, I need to do 5 things today. Number 1, oh, that's not 1, that's 2, girl. Number 2, number 2, okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 2, I can actually only do that like tomorrow. Like, I don't have to do number 2. Number 2 is not important. So number 2, I'm gonna move to number 5. And let's say number 5 is the one that's like very important. I'm gonna move number 5 to number 2. If these were actually in order according to what is most important. And that is prioritizing, choosing what is important to do now and doing it now. And then those things that you want to do but are not as important, you can then shift them to the back. So what that means is first finish what you need to do, and then once you have finished what you need to do and what you have prioritized, let's say 1, 2, and 3 were the priority, you finish them, you managed to finish them, right? And then you can actually afterwards do 5 and 4. That's prioritizing. It's as simple as that. And that really saves you because you would get what you need to done first, and then you can focus on what you don't need to do as urgently, and then you can actually, take your time with whatever you need to get done and actually get it done. I hope that makes sense. And if you want a practical example quickly, I'd say just maybe like assignments and studying for tests. If you know your assignment is due before the test, first focus on the assignment, okay? But if it's not, first focus on the test. Depending on which one is first that you need to do that. That is basically what prioritizing also means. And then lastly, I just want to add a few extra pointers for you guys that are still, or girls that are still here. And I want to say thank you. You are a real one, okay? I think it's a few notable that I think can be really helpful tips that I'm going to give you. I have 2 of them. And the first one is distractions, okay? You need to really try and limit your distractions. Whatever they may be, try and distance yourself from them. If you can and it's within your control, cut them out, okay? Whether that be social media. Sometimes distractions can also be, the area that you're in, okay? If you can control it, maybe try and go somewhere else where you will be less distracted. And I think I can make a video on distractions separately because there's so much to say about it, but that's in a future video. But yeah. And then lastly, this is important, and I have come to learn this one the hard way. I urge you to please listen to what I'm going to say and actually implement it. I know during exam time or when you're trying to focus and study, it's easy to kind of isolate yourself, but I urge you not to do that. Please, social interaction is always needed. You always need to make sure that you are spending time with people and not only isolating yourself to study. And that is because we are social beings. Our brain needs some social stimulation. And when we don't have that, it's very easy for feelings of loneliness, depression to come and creep in. And when that creeps in, you can't really focus on your academics completely because of lingering feelings of loneliness or just feeling isolated. And you don't want that. You want to have a good mental health. And the number one way that I can recommend you do that is through actually having social interaction with friends, family, acquaintances, whatever. Try and please still incorporate people into what you do in your studies, because at the end of the day, people are literally fun. People are fun. People are the ones that can make you laugh when you need a good laugh, okay? But it's important to not let it become a distraction. That's all. Okay. That is all from my side. I feel like singing. I think I'm gonna sing now. but not on the video, like afterwards. But thank you so much. This has been amazing. I hope that you were able to learn something and take something insightful from this video, okay? Please like, comment, and share this video with someone that you know can also benefit from it. And leave me a comment. Like, I have been asking, but like I haven't seen a lot of comments. If you're shy, please don't be. Like, I actually want to read comments and like kind of reply to them. I love receiving comments. So comment down below. If you have any other video requests, please let me know in the comments. And until next time, have a wonderful day. I'm signing out. Bye. See ya.